Hello and welcome to the first help video presented by Expand Your Skills. And by that I do of course mean the first help video presented by Expand Your Skills, although I do promise and do hope that this will be the first of many. Today I want to demonstrate the three functions within Excel which can be used to generate random numbers, and these are rand, RANDBETWEEN and RANDARRAY. So if we begin with the rand function, the syntax is very straightforward. It has no arguments. It's simply rand, open brackets, close brackets, and this will produce a random number between 0 and less than 1 to 6 decimal places. What you should be aware of is all the random functions produce volatile results. So this means that if I were to do another sum, or another calculation here, another function, the previous one will change. And similarly, if I were to copy and paste these functions, they will all change. The way around that is, if you want to keep these, is to just copy, Control and C, and then paste the values like so, and then you'll find if you do something similar, these results will stay unchanged. The next function is RANDBETWEEN, and as the name suggests, it will produce a random number between the two numbers you specify in the arguments, and this will be a whole number, no decimal places. So it's asking for the bottom number, so if we say between 10 and 50, we have the result of 43, and we can copy and paste that down just to show that it's producing random numbers. It even goes up to 50 there as well. You can also, if we put in some numbers here, the 20 and 30, instead of using numbers, we can use cell references. So if we say RANDBETWEEN C1 and C2, we will get a random number between 20 and 30. The final function is RANDARRAY, and this takes multiple arguments, 5, and will produce a range of random numbers. Can be whole numbers, can be decimal numbers, and again you can use numbers or cell references for input. So for ease of demonstration we'll use cell references here. So the first argument is how many rows you want in your array. So if we say 5, number of columns you want, the minimum number, and then the maximum number, and then the integer. So it's true if you want a whole number, and false if you want a decimal number. So if we put our cursor then here on A7 and start typing RANDARRAY, and you can see the arguments here. We've got rows, columns, min, max, integer. So if we simply go B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, there we have a table, 5 rows, 3 columns, producing random numbers between 10 and 20. If I change the true here to false, we then get decimal numbers, and also I can change the number of columns and then any part of that array. So a really quick way to produce random numbers. So what about, though, the practical uses of generating random numbers? When would you ever need to do that? I use random numbers a lot when I am designing and testing new spreadsheets. So just as an example here, I've listed 5 fruits in columns A1 down to cell A5. I'm going to use the RANDARRAY function combined with the index function, of which more in a later video, to rapidly produce a mass of data. So just in C1 here, we'll start off typing the index function, doing A1 to A5 to select my list of fruits, and bring in the RANDARRAY function. The syntax we know is the number of rows I want, so let's go mad and have 2000. The number of columns I want, so let's have 3. The start and finish number will also be 1 to 5, because I'm using a list of 5 fruits, and I only want whole numbers, so we'll have true. Just by pressing return, I get 3 columns of random fruit names. And if we go to the end of the spreadsheet, you can see here it's right down to row 2000. Really quick, really easy, and I can play all sorts of weird and wonderful tests now on that data. I hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions, comments, observations, or ideas for future videos or blogs, please let me know. Full contact details will be underneath this video. Many thanks for your time. Have a good day.